The world we live in carries a promise of failure to all of us at some point in our journey. It is inevitable. Failure broke me repeatedly throughout my adult life. Broke me when I laid flat on my office floor, drunk before noon on the day I conceded to proceed with filing for bankruptcy. It broke me when I finally peeled myself off of that floor to then proceed to burn the rest of the afternoon at a strip club, ignoring my internal spiritual attachments in a desperate attempt to reach for some cheap facsimile of comfort and love. I did this believing the lies of my failure moment that I could not find real comfort or love elsewhere in the world, at home, or in my relationship with God. When I had to pack up my family and move with no job secured in our new destination state because our home was on the precipice of being foreclosed on, failure broke me. It broke me several times as I had to pivot away from failing businesses. When I had to wait in line at the government building to apply for public assistance, failure broke me. It broke me when my son and I were estranged for many months, and I wasn't really sure if we'd ever find sustainable repair. And failure broke me when I honored my ex-wife's wishes to end our marriage for 14 years. I let these experiences appropriately break me so that they would not kill me. Because I did, I became immensely strong at the broken places. This is why I wrote the book, Failure Rules. To encourage you to thoughtfully let failure break you when you encounter it, so that it not only does not kill you, but makes you stronger than ever at the broken places. Like a hydra that doubles its strength when it is harmed. When you learn to be a failure prepper, you will learn how to optimize each new failure that breaks you. It was during one particularly introspective walk on the beach back in 2013 that I became convicted to take a deep dive into studying the world of failure. A core business relationship of mine had just failed. My marriage was circling the drain, and I was contending with a fresh batch of uncertainty. This is when ideas for this book began stewing within me. This stew was violently, passionately, urgently stirred by the sounds thundering through my earbuds on that beach walk. The sounds of the Cro-Mags and Motorhead, specifically the songs Hard Times and Ace of Spades, respectively. Hardcore punk rock has always been a catalyst for driving change in me. It is a theme throughout the book because of the honesty, grit, and wisdom I've harnessed from the genre's music and message. That day on the beach, those songs invoked urgency and determination within me to commit, to study, analyze, and collate my failure stories, my friends' failure stories, and my heroes' failure stories. Those studies revealed common threads, or rules, if you will. Those rules became failure rules. And the 5 you can learn about in the book are really just the beginning. Along with listening to those 2 songs on that pivotal beach walk, 2 books also stuck out to truly fan the flames of momentum in the early writing of this manuscript. Those 2 books were James Altucher's Choose Yourself and Srinivas Rao's The Art of Being Unmistakable. Choose Yourself reinforced within me my power to rise up out of any failure, whether self-triggered or externally imposed. The Art of Being Unmistakable reminded me of the unique DNA of my creative being and impressed upon me the vastness of distinct potential that lay within me and all of us. Both books were critical kindling that nurtured the fires that burn to create the 5 rules of failure. Embedded within the structure of the book, I've distilled 5 critical rules for engaging with and thinking about the F word. Most specifically, rules that apply especially to entrepreneurs, creatives, and authentics. I recount many of my own personal encounters with the F word: business failure, relationship failure, intersecting failures, cascading failures, like the ones you've already gotten a taste of in this video. I chose to be raw and vulnerable about my failures because I believe that the strength that Hemingway wrote about originates from this space. You get strong at the broken places by looking at them, talking about them, and then putting yourself back together again in a renewed and improved way. So, if you're new at getting knocked down and pushed around by failures as you step out as an entrepreneur, as a creative seeker of the truth, or as an individual living authentically, then open your ears to your internal spirit voice. See beyond the optics and urgent pull of failure's immediate mess and pick at the good stuff left in the rubble. Let hard times make you. Learn the F word, because as you follow the 5 rules of failure and move forward into success, you'll find that after it sucks, failure rules.